Hello there, I am Tommy Taco. Let's get right into it. I recently played a game on June 9th in the season. As you can see on the screen here, Yankees lose a barn burner to the Royals 11-9. There was home runs all over Yankee Stadium. Aldoberto Mondesi hit 2 home runs, as you can see, going 3 for 5 rather, with 3 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Jorge Soler also homered, as did Maikel Franco. So 4 home runs for the Royals in the win. The Yankees had 2 home runs of their own from Stanton and Voit. Giancarlo Stanton going 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, 3 ribbies and 2 walks, so a big game for him, but it was all for naught as the Royals win 11-9. Junis started for the Royals. The Yankees ran him out of the game. Eric Skoglund came in, and he was the eventual winner. Rosenthal picks up his 16th save of the season. Severino started for the Yanks. Gave up a home run in the first inning. Just looked a little shaky in his start. And speaking of shaky, Aroldis Chapman came into the game and gave up a home run. So his ERA is 7.91. Wonderful. Chad Green gets hit with the loss. His ERA is in the 4s. So the Yankees drop one to the Royals in a shootout, 11-9. Today we're going to do a quick manage session. These 2 games against the Royals, finishing that series at home. Then we'll quick manage the first game in the series in Boston against Chris Sale. I've already faced him this year, and I will be playing this game on the 13th, Saturday in Boston. Ace Garrett Cole against Eduardo Rodriguez. Garrett Cole is wonderful to pitch with. I've been using him in Diamond Dynasty as well. Really good pitcher, so I'm going to pitch with him. Before we get started, I wanted to take a look at the All-Star voting. As you can see here, there are no New York Yankees leading at their position at the moment. Once we look closer at the votes, though, we have a lot of Yankees in the top 5. Paxton is a candidate to start the All-Star game. Relief pitching, we don't have that many standouts at the moment. We don't have anybody in catcher. Sanchez was hurt, as you know from those of you that have been following along. First base, Luke Voigt's having a fantastic year. He's in the top 3 for votes, behind Carlos Santana and Matt Olson. Second base, Gleyber Torres is listed as second base on this game, even though he is the everyday shortstop for the Yankees. Maybe they will fix that in the game once the actual season starts. But as for now, he's second base, and both Gleyber Torres and LeMahieu are in the top 5 for second base. Third base, Urshela's in the top 10, as you can see at the bottom there. Nobody at shortstop. Left field, Giancarlo Stanton is 3rd in votes right now, behind Yordan Alvarez and JD Martinez. Mike Trout, as expected, is the center fielder, but Aaron Hicks having a nice year. He is 3rd in center field votes. In right field, Aaron Judge is 6th at the moment. He missed a little bit of time, so he's playing a little bit of catch-up. So even if the Yankees don't get any starters, I would expect some reserves to make the team. So we got that going for us. Now we're going to go right in. Let's take a quick look at the standings. real quick, the leaders in the divisions. Yankees leading the East, Twins still leading the Central, Angels in the West. In the National League, the Mets lead in the East, the Cubs in the Central, and the Dodgers in the West. Angels having a surprising season. Now, let's get into the quick manage real quick. If we're looking at the schedule, the Yankees are 2-6 to start off June. One of the wins was a game that I played with Garrett Cole against the Mariners. So, Yankees looking to get back on track here. Yankees only lead the Red Sox by 1 game and the Rays by 3, so it's time to get off the schneid and get it going here. Little quick manage. An overcast day at Yankees Stadium. 2 southpaws, James Paxton for the Yanks and Danny Duffy for the Royals. Let's see here. We'll have Voit be the designated hitter today. Aaron Judge, Sanchez, and Hicks are cold. They're going to have to hit their way out of this. This is the lineup. For today, we are going to lead off with LeMahieu as usual, followed by Judge, Torres, Stanton, Sanchez, Voit, Andujar, Urshela, and Hicks. Coming up next.
Play ball.
Okay, Alberto Mondesi leading off. He has 11 home runs on the season, 2 yesterday for the Royals, facing James Paxton. He'll be followed by Alex Gordon and Whit Merrifield. And Mondesi flies out. Alex Gordon singles. Fly out from Whit Merrifield to bring up Jorge Soler, who also homered yesterday. And Paxton gets out of it. Yankees leading off LeMahieu here in the bottom of the first, followed by Judge and Torres. LeMahieu leads off the game with a single. Let's do a little hit and run with Judge, maybe get that bat going. Nope. LeMahieu got caught stealing, and Judge did not make contact. However, Judge walks, and that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, who grounds into a fielder's choice, and then Stanton flies out. 0-0 after 1. Top of the second now for the Royals. Dozier followed by Perez and Franco. Dozier flies out, and Perez grounds out. Franco doubles with 2 outs to bring up Ryan McBroom to face James Paxton. And he strikes out. Bottom of 2 for the Yanks, starting off with Sanchez, followed by Voit and Andujar. Sanchez walks, Voit flies out. Andujar doubles, runners at second and third with 1 out here for Gio Urshela off of Danny Duffy. And he doubles, scoring 2, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead. Aaron Hicks now digs in. He singles, and there's runners at the corners with 1 out for the leadoff hitter, DJ LeMahieu. He walks to load the bases for the Judge, and he hits a grand salami as the Judge goes big fly. All rise, and the Yankees lead 6-0. Torres digs in. He will be facing Jesse Hahn, who has relieved Danny Duffy in the game, a short outing for the lefty. Torres pops out. Stanton singles with 2 outs to bring up Gary Sanchez. And Gary Sanchez goes big fly, and the Yankees down lead 8-0. That'll bring up Luke Voit. He singles, and Andujar with a hit. He triples to bring in Voit, and the Yankees now lead 9-0. Gio Urshela walks. Runners at the corners with 2 outs for Aaron Hicks. and he grounds into a fielder's choice, ending the inning. But the Yankees pick up 9 runs in the bottom of the second and now lead the Royals 9-0. Top of the third for the Royals, Phillips, and then back to the top of the order with Mondesi and Gordon against James Paxton. Phillips strikes out, Mondesi lines out, and Gordon is retired. Yankees batting, bottom of the third, leading off LeMahieu, Judge, and Torres. LeMahieu grounds out, Judge strikes out, and Torres grounds out. So after 3, the Yankees lead 9-0. Top of 4, Royals, Merrifield followed by Soler and Dozier. A single for Merrifield. Soler walks. Dozier strikes out. Perez strikes out, and there's 2 outs and 2 on for Maikel Franco, who has 8 home runs on the year. And he flies out to end the inning. Bottom 4, for the Bombers. Stanton, Sanchez, and Voit due up against Jesse Hahn. Stanton flies out, followed by a Sanchez walk. Luke Voit pops out, 2 outs with a runner at first for Andujar, and he strikes out. 9-0 after 4. Top of 5, leading off with Ryan McBroom, followed by Phillips and Mondesi. Ground out from McBroom. Phillips strikes out, and Mondesi flies out. So Paxton rolling right along after 5. Jesse Hahn now will be facing Urshela, Hicks, and LeMahieu in the bottom of the 5th. I spoke too soon. Eric Skoglund, who picked up the win yesterday, will be coming into the ball game. He'll be facing Urshela, Hicks, and LeMahieu. Urshela singles. Hicks walks, 2 on, no outs for the top of the order. And LeMahieu doubles it, and the Yankees take in 11-0 lead. And he's at second for Aaron Judge. He walks to bring up Torres. Torres strikes out. Stanton walks. Now the bases are juiced for Gary Sanchez, who homered in his last at-bat. A sacrifice fly, and the Yankees lead 12-0. Luke Voit steps in, 2 outs, runners at the corner off of Eric Skoglund. I spoke too soon again. They are crafty, these Kansas City Royals. Ian Kennedy now comes into the game to face Voit with 2 outs and gets him to ground out. 12-0 Yankees after 5. Top 6 now, Alex Gordon, Merrifield, and Soler due up. Gordon grounds out, Merrifield singles, Soler doubles to put runners at second and third with 1 out for Hunter Dozier, who's having a nice season, batting .309 with 12 homers. And he singles in 2, and the Yankees lead 12-2. Dozier at first with 1 out. Perez grounds into an inning-ending double play, but the Royals pick up 2 runs and now trail 12-2. Bottom of the 6th for the Yankees now. Andujar, Urshela, and Hicks are due to bat. And Andujar hits another triple, and Urshela knocks him in with a sac fly. That'll bring up Hicks, who pops out. 2 outs and nobody on for DJ LeMahieu. And he strikes out. 13-2 after 6. Top of 7 now for the Royals. Franco, McBroom, and Phillips due up against Paxton, who is 10-0 on the season, looking to go 11-0. Gives up a single to Franco. Strikes out McBroom. Strikes out Phillips. And gets Mondesi out. That'll bring up the Bombers here in the bottom of the 7th. Judge, Torres, and Stanton due up. Judge flies out. Torres goes big fly, and now the Yankees have 2 touchdowns and lead the Royals 14-2. Stanton digs in off of Ian Kennedy. He flies out, and Sanchez flies out, but the Yankees pick up another run, and after 7 lead the Royals 14-2. Top 8 now for the Royals. Gordon, Merrifield, and Soler. Paxton walks Gordon to lead off the inning. Gets Merrifield to fly out. Gives up a double to Soler, scoring Gordon. This might be the end for Mr. Paxton here. We are going to take him out and put in none other than... Got some righties coming up. We'll go Tommy Canely. Canely to face Dozier, Perez, and Franco. Dozier grounds out. Here's Perez, and he strikes him out. So bottom 8 now for the Yanks with a 14-3 lead. Voit, Andujar, and Urshela due up. Former Yankee Ian Kennedy walks Voit to lead off the inning. Andujar singles, runners at first and second with no outs now for Gio. Scott Barlow comes into the game with a astronomical 9 ERA to face Gio. He walks him to load the bases for Aaron Hicks, who's been cold of late. But he does have 16 home runs on the season. No outs, bases juiced for Hicks. A sac fly, 15-3 Yankees. Runners at the corners for LeMahieu. And he grounds into an inning-ending double play. Tommy Canely now will face Franco, McBroom, and Phillips here in the top of the 9th. Franco reaches on an error. McBroom hits into a fielder's choice. And Phillips hits into a double play to end the game. And the Yankees are off the schneid and have defeated the Royals 15-3. Andujar was the player of the game, going 4 for 5 with 2 runs, a ribby, a double, and 2 triples. Danny Duffy takes the loss. He is now 4 and 5 on the season, and James Paxton improves to 11-0 on the year with a very impressive 2.39 ERA to go with it. So the Yankees get a win and now have 3 wins here in the month of June. We'll go right into the next game. Tanaka and Montgomery. Partly cloudy day here in the Bronx. Partly sunny if you're a optimist. Masahiro Tanaka, 4 and 4 with a 3.09 ERA against Mike Montgomery, who is 2 and 3 with a 4.70. The southpaw. So let's see what we have for today. We called up Mike Ford. We have him on the bench available. We sent down Estrada, who was doing a whole lot of nothing. We have Wade for utility, so another bat off the bench. Didn't really need 2 utility guys. Just wanted to make sure in the first couple months of the season I managed everybody correctly to minimize the injuries, and it worked thus far. Let's see. Do we give Gary the day off? Yeah, we don't want to overwork him. So this is how we're going to roll today against the Royals. LeMahieu, Judge, Torres, Stanton, Andujar, Voit, Urshela, Kratz, and Hicks. Coming up next.
Let's play ball.
Mondesi, Gordon, and Merrifield leading off against Masahiro Tanaka. Mondesi strikes out, as does Gordon, and Merrifield grounds out to end the inning. Bombers now batting, bottom of the first. LeMahieu, Judge, and Torres against the lefty, Mike Montgomery. LeMahieu leads off the game with a walk. Judge strikes out. Torres walks, so 2 on and 1 out for the sluggers, Giancarlo Stanton, who has 16 homers on the season. And he grounds into a inning-ending double play. Top of second now for the Royals in a scoreless game. Soler, Dozier, and Perez due up. Soler flies out. Dozier grounds out. Perez with a 2-out single, bringing up Maikel Franco. and he hits into a fielder's choice to end the inning. Bottom of second now for the Bombers. Andujar, Voit, and Urshela due up. Andujar strikes out, followed by a ground out from Luke Voit. And Gio Urshela, who is DHing today, grounds out to end the inning. Zip, zip after 2. Top of 3 now for the Kansas City Royals. Miller, Phillips, and Mondesi due up. Miller flies out. Phillips lines out to bring up the leadoff hitter, Aldoberto Mondesi. And he strikes out to end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Royals in the top of the third. Bottom of the third now for the Yankees. Eric Kratz, followed by Hicks and LeMahieu. Kratz giving Sanchez the day off today. He grounds out. Hicks pops out. And LeMahieu grounds out. An uneventful third for the Yankees, as there's nothing doing there. Zip, zip after 3 now. Top of 4 for the Royals. Gordon, Merrifield, and Soler will take their hacks against Tanaka. Gordon grounds out, Merrifield pops out, and Jorge Soler flies out. Goose egg for the Royals in the 4th. 4th inning now for the Yankees. Judge, Torres, and Stanton. A single for Judge. Torres promptly grounds into a double play, bringing up Stanton with 2 outs, and he flies out to end the inning. Top of 5 now for the Royals. Dozier, Perez, and Franco against Tanaka. A single by Dozier to lead off the inning. Perez strikes out. Franco pops out to bring up Anderson Miller. The lefty will face Tanaka, and he strikes out to end the inning. Royals scoreless through 5. Bottom 5 now for the Bombers. Andujar, Voit, and Urshela. Andujar leads off the inning with a single. A fielder's choice from Voit, bringing up Gio, who strikes out. Eric Kratz will now bat with 2 outs and Luke Voit at first. And Mike Montgomery gets Kratz to line out to end the inning. Scoreless game after 5. Top 6 now for the Kansas City Royals. Brett Phillips, followed by Aldoberto Mondesi and Aaron Gordon. Phillips strikes out. Mondesi grounds out. Alex Gordon, excuse me, I was thinking basketball. Alex Gordon walks. Whit Merrifield will dig in with 2 outs and Gordon at first. And Tanaka gives up a triple, and the Royals are on the board on a 2-out triple by Whit Merrifield, scoring Alex Gordon for a 1-0 lead. So Lair now comes to the plate, and he strikes out to end the inning. But the Royals take the lead 1-0. Bottom of 6 for the Bombers. Hicks, LeMahieu, and Judge due up. Montgomery still in the game here in the 6th and gets Hicks to fly out. LeMahieu walks to bring up Judge with LeMahieu at first. Judge flies out. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres. 2 outs. DJ LeMahieu on first. And Torres strikes out. 1-0 Royals after 6. Top of the 7th now. Tanaka still in to face Dozier, Perez, and Franco. Dozier strikes out. Perez grounds out, and Franco flies out. An assortment of outs in that inning, and Tanaka gets out unscathed in the top of the 7th. Bottom 7th now for the Yankees, starting with the cleanup hitter, Stanton, followed by Andujar and Voit. Montgomery walks Stanton. Andujar hits into a fielder's choice and switches places with Stanton at first. Voit flies out. That'll bring up Urshela with 2 outs and a runner at first. And he hits into a fielder's choice to end the inning. So 1-0 Royals after 7. Top 8 now. Tanaka still has half of his energy. He'll be facing Miller, Phillips, and Mondesi. He strikes out Miller. Gets Phillips to fly out. Now let's see if he can keep Mondesi off the base pass. Well, he kept him off the base pass because he walked around them, and Aldoberto Mondesi gives the Royals a 2-0 lead. Alex Gordon now, who's having a resurgent season, batting .287 with 6 home runs, will step in. Tanaka stays in the game and gets Gordon to ground out. So the Royals pick up a home run on the Mondesi homer and now trail the visiting Royals 2-0. Bottom 8 now for the Bombers, leading off with Kratz and Hicks, followed by LeMahieu. Kratz singles to lead off the inning. Montgomery still in. And Aaron Hicks ties the ball game because he goes big fly. And now the Yankees have tied it to make it 2-2. No outs. DJ LeMahieu batting. Are they going to keep Montgomery in? No, they're not. And former Yankee Chance Adams will make his way into the game. He's 1-1 with a .425 ERA on the season, and he'll be facing the top of the lineup for the Yankees. LeMahieu pops out, Judge flies out, and Torres strikes out to end the inning, but the Yankees tie the game on a 2-run home run by Aaron Hicks. Okay, so let's do a little reset here. Top of the ninth, 2-2. Tanaka has pitched 8 innings up until this point. I am going to change him out with J.A. Happ, who I've been bringing in these late inning tie game situations. He's 6-3 with a .394 on the season. He was recently placed on the trading block. See if we can shave some payroll. So I stopped getting notifications that I'm $150,000 over. That would be nice. But here we go. Here's Happ. He'll be facing Merrifield, Soler, and Dozier. 3 righties here in the top of the ninth. Merrifield grounds out, as does Soler, and Dozier lines out. That'll do it for the Royals in the ninth, and the Yankees will now be batting in the bottom of the ninth. Stanton, Andujar, and Voit. Let's see if they can walk it off. Stanton flies out against former Yankee Chance Adams. Andujar walks to bring up Luke Voit, who singles. That'll put runners at the corners for Gio Urshela with 1 down. Urshela strikes out. That'll bring up Kratz. Can Kratz be the hero? No, he cannot. He flies out, and the Yankees will be going to extra innings as J.A. Happ in the top of the 10th will be facing Salvador Perez, Maikel Franco, and the DH Miller. Perez flies out, Franco grounds out, and Miller pops up. Nothing doing for the Royals here in the 10th. Bottom of the 9th now for the Yankees. Starting with Hicks, followed by LeMahieu and Judge. Is Adams going to stay in the game to face Hicks? He is, and he strikes him out. LeMahieu's turn at the dish. He singles to bring up Judge, who walks. Now the Yankees are cooking with gas. The 10th inning here, 1 out. Runners at first and second for the shortstop, Gleyber Torres, who has 12 homers on the year. He'll be facing Eric Skoglund, who is now in the game with his bloated 6.69 ERA. And Torres hits into a disappointing double play to end the inning. 2-2 after 10. Top of the 11th now for the Royals. Brett Phillips, followed by Mondesi and Gordon off J.A. Happ. Phillips grounds out. Mondesi flies out. And Happ gets Gordon a ground out. Nothing doing for the Royals in the top of the 11th. Yankees chance to walk it off again here in the bottom of the 11th. Stanton, Andujar, and Voit are due up. Stanton strikes out, Andujar singles, and Luke Voit walks it off a 2-run blast, and the Yankees have defeated the Royals 4-2. J.A. Happ is your winner. He improves to 7-3 on the season. Eric Skoglund is now 3-3 after taking the loss, and the player of the game just so happens to be the aforementioned Luke Voigt, who walks it off with a home run. He goes 2 for 5 with a run, the home run, and 2 RBIs. So the Yankees have now won 2 in a row, going right into the Boston series. This will be the last quick manage game of this session. Yankees will be facing another lefty on a partly cloudy day, or partly sunny, here at Fenway Park. Jordan Montgomery, the Yankees sent their lefty to the mound, who's 2-3 with a 3.81 ERA against Red Sox ace Chris Sale. Sale is 8-2 with a minuscule, microscopic 1.01 ERA. Yikes. So let's see, we're going to give Mr. Judge the day off, that's for sure. We'll put in Talkman. Who else could use a day off? We'll have Glaber DH because he is hot. We surely don't want Andujar at short. We'll put Urshela there. Let's see here. Sanchez is back in the game. We'll put Hicks up in the lineup, see if he can get it going. And that's how we're going to do this. LeMahieu, Hicks, Torres, Stanton, Sanchez, Voigt, Andujar, Urshela, Talkman. Coming up next.
Play ball.
All right, LeMahieu, Hicks, and Torres against Chris Sale here at Fenway Park. LeMahieu grounds out. Hicks singles to bring up Glaber Torres. Let's do a little hit and run action. Grounds out, however, advances Hicks to second, and there he will stay as Giancarlo Stanton comes up now with 2 outs and Hicks at second. And he lines out to end the inning. Goose egg for the Yankees in the first. Bottom of the first now for the Bo Sox. Peraza, Devers, and Martinez against Jordan Montgomery. Peraza flies out, Devers walks, and J.D. Martinez hits into a double play. 0-0 after 1. Top of second now for the visiting Bombers. Sanchez, Voigt, and Andujar off of the ace Chris Sale. Single for Sanchez leads off the inning. Voigt flies out. Andujar strikes out, and Urshela strikes out as Sale gets out of it. Nothing doing for the Yanks in the second. Bottom of the second now for the Bo Sox. Bogarts, Verdugo, and Pilar. Bogarts pops out, Verdugo lines out, and Pilar strikes out. 0-0 after 2. Top of 3 for the Yankees. Talkman then back to the top of the order with LeMahieu and Hicks. Talkman strikes out, LeMahieu grounds out, and Hicks grounds out. An uneventful third for the Bombers. Bottom of 3 now for the Red Sox. Vasquez, Chavis, and Moreland due up. Vasquez strikes out, as does Chavis, and Moreland flies out to end the inning. Top of the fourth now for the Yankees. Torres, Stanton, and Sanchez. Torres grounds out, as does Giancarlo. Sanchez walks to bring up Voigt with 2 outs and a runner at first. And he singles, so there's 2 outs and runners at first and second for the hot-hitting Miguel Andujar. But he flies out to end the inning. Nothing doing there. Bottom 4 for the Red Sox with the top of the order, Peraza, Devers, and Martinez. Peraza flies out, as does Devers, and J.D. Martinez strikes out to end the inning. Top 5 now in a scoreless game. Urshela, Talkman, and LeMahieu do up. Chris Sale gets Urshela to pop up. Talkman flies out. LeMahieu singles with 2 outs to bring up Hicks, who grounds out to end the inning. Bottom of the 5th now for the Red Sox. Bogarts, Verdugo, and Pilar facing the lefty Jordan Montgomery. 2 flyouts and a strikeout ends the Red Sox 5th. Top of the 6th now in the scoreless game for the Yankees. Torres, Stanton, and Sanchez do up. Torres strikes out. Stanton walks. Sanchez strikes out. And as does Luke Voigt, so Chris Sale is moving right along. Bottom of the 6th now for the Yankees. Vasquez, Chavis, and Moreland. Ground out by Vasquez. A fly out by Chavis. And Moreland strikes out, so Jordan Montgomery going toe-to-toe with the monster that is Chris Sale. Andujar, Urshela, and Talkman will be facing Sale here in the top of the 7th. Andujar grounds out. Urshela reaches on an error. Talkman strikes out. And DJ LeMahieu goes big fly, and the Yankees now lead 2-0. Aaron Hicks now steps into the box off of Chris Sale. And he will double. Looks like they have Sale on the ropes. Gleyber Torres now will be batting with Hicks at second and 2 outs. Sale is run from the game, and Ryan Brazier comes in to relieve him. He's 4-1 with a 2.28 ERA on the season. 46 strikeouts in 51 innings facing Gleyber Torres. And Torres hits a triple, and the Yankees now lead 3-0. 2 outs. Torres at third for the slugger, Giancarlo Stanton. And he grounds out to end the inning. However, the Yankees take the lead with 3 runs in the top of the 7th and now lead the Red Sox 3-0. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 7th here with the top of the order, Peraza, Devers, and Martinez. Peraza flies out. Devers strikes out. JD Martinez walks to bring up Bogarts. And Bogarts pops up to end the inning. And after 7, the Bombers lead the Red Sox 3-0. Yankees now batting top of 8. Sanchez, Voigt, and Andujar do up. Brazier strikes out Sanchez. Gets Voigt to ground out. And Andujar to ground out to end the inning. 3-0 Yankees. Bottom 8 now for the Red Sox. Verdugo, Pilar, and Vasquez. Verdugo flies out. Pilar strikes out. And Vasquez grounds out to end the inning. 3-0 Yankees after 8. Top of 9 now. Urshela, Talkman, and LeMahieu do up. Heath Hembry comes into the game now, 6-2 with a 5.12 ERA. And he is greeted by a double from Gio Urshela. Michael Talkman singles to score a run, and now the Yankees lead 4-0. DJ LeMahieu flies out. Hicks walks, so now runners at first and second for Gleyber Torres. And he singles. Runners are at the corners now. Somebody was thrown out on the base pass, but the Yankees do lead 4-0 with 2 outs and runners at the corners for Giancarlo Stanton. Darwinzon Hernandez, the lefty, comes in to face Stanton and strikes him out. So bottom of the 9th, for those of you paying attention, a lot of goose eggs up on that scoreboard. Here we go. Jordan Montgomery will be facing Michael Chavis, Mitch Moreland, and Jose Peraza here in the 9th inning. And Michael Chavis leads off the inning with a triple, ending the no-hit bid by Jordan Montgomery. That'll bring in Mitch Moreland. who hits a 2-run home run, and now the Red Sox trail the Yankees 4-2. So it looks like it's time to get Montgomery out of there. Tried to finish off the no-hitter and then gives up a triple and a homer. So now it's time for the Yankees to call on their closer, Zach Britton, who is now in the closer's role. He is 1-1 with a 1.56 ERA so far on this season. He has 18 strikeouts in 17 innings, and he will be facing Peraza, Devers, and J.D. Martinez trying to close the door for the Yanks. Peraza strikes out. Devers grounds out. 2 outs for J.D. Martinez. And he flies out. Britton gets the job done, and the Yankees have defeated the Red Sox 4-2. So a successful, quick-managed session as the Yankees win 3. Chris Sale takes the loss. He's now 8-3 on the season. Jordan Montgomery was masterful until the 9th. He improves to 3-3 on the season. Zach Britton picks up his second save. Montgomery is your player of the game. 8 innings pitched. He brought a no-hitter into the 9th. He finished giving up 2 runs on 2 hits and only walking 2 and striking out 8, as he is the player of the game. So that will bring us to this game, which I will be playing with the Yankees ace Garrett Cole at Fenway Park. Hopefully it's a partly sunny day. Let's take a quick gander at the standings. That win against the Red Sox puts the Yankees ahead 2.5 games on the Red Sox, 4.5 on the Rays. So that'll do it for this session. Look forward to seeing you in the future. The next broadcast will be the Yankees at Red Sox, Garrett Cole versus Eduardo Rodriguez, a game I will be playing. Thank you for tuning in, and take care.